Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Incompetent Nerds. It is the holiday season, regardless of what you believe in. What up? It's a great time of year. I love it. D loves it. Tank loves it. And that's why we're all here with you guys. We got another great episode for you, going over our holiday traditions, what we like to do, what we're starting to do as we get older. You know, obviously we're not little youngins anymore.
Nope.
But yeah, just how do we celebrate the holidays now, gentlemen?
Lots of alcohol.
Right? Like,
That's
I
what
feel like
it's all
the holiday party is like very underestimated for like things to look forward to. Things to look forward in through the year.
I feel like now.
That's one of my main things.
I feel like now the eggnog. Jesus, the eggnog has.
Did we get drunk before this?
I
don't
think
even
we all
know.
got a little tongue twister today, but I feel like the eggnog tastes better now that you're older.
I know, right?
I actually never had eggnog before.
What?
I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say that I was just bullshitting. I never had eggnog either. The closest.
What the hell's wrong with you guys?
The closest thing I had to eggnog is coquito. It's a Puerto Rican drink that is served with Bacardi in it.
Okay, and what's in
I
it?
had the eggnog. Oh, go ahead.
I think it's like condensed milk, evaporated milk, some extra shit, cinnamon, and then Bacardi. To tell you the truth, I never made it. My cousin's supposed to bring me a bottle. It's only made during the holidays, and my aunt used to make it, but it used to come out real thick, and a lot of my family members don't like that. Where my cousin makes it, hers is more, it's not as thick. It's more liquidy, it's, softer and easy to drink.
Have you ever had a champanado or champorado? I don't know how to say it.
Rum chata?
No, champorado. It's like a Mexican version of hot chocolate, but they have like cornmeal in it, so you get like full. It's kind of like a weird drink, but it's like really good.
No, I never had
Oh my
that
god,
before.
I never even heard of that before.
But that sounds good.
It's
Yeah, it
LA
sounds
living,
really
guys. LA living.
Hey,
Well,
I gotta go out to LA.
well, if we
I'm
ever make it
working in.
big,
Yeah, just
Our-
come out. I'll show
the
you guys all the
Incompetent
tamale
Nerds,
lady, the elote man. I'll show you all that. But it's like I like the holiday season because then it's like people just feel. I don't know. You get free food. It's like a sense of community. Wherever you go.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Not gonna lie, D. If you ever go, we decide like let's do a whole Competent Nerds meetup and go out to LA. Mark will give you one hell of a tour.
I would love
I
that
try.
shit.
Yep.
I try. I feel like I got to put it on Airbnb, just like the Mark Brewer experience,
You have to. It's
Right.
right?
and here we are going off on a
That'd be
tangent
so
again.
fucking dope.
I know it's okay. We dabble in meandering.
Yes, we
happens.
do.
Yeah. I feel like you have to embrace that,
Oh yeah.
Of course.
I feel like
Because
our
I've heard
listeners
of-
embrace it too. They're like, oh, here they go again. Fuck. Can you go back to traditions?
Yeah.
Fast
Yeah,
forward,
see,
fast forward.
I see the stats right now. Everybody always logs off and then they log back on at the 30-minute mark.
Oh
Sounds
shit!
about
That
right.
means we can say whatever we want.
Right? I don't even. Where were we talking about? Traditions.
Tradition.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's start off
Tank,
with
we'll start with
okay.
you.
Traditions back in the day was I used to help my mom with the Christmas tree. It still goes on to this day.
Same.
But the thing is, now my mother's into this whole, like SD and Pinterest and all these other, how they be creating these, this,
Oh no.
all this extra,
You gotta make a
extravagant.
theme.
Oh
Gotta
my
make
God.
a fucking theme.
Every year is a
Right.
fucking theme. And this year is those radio flyer is a radio flyer theme. Oh my God.
Oh, it's like a wagon.
Yeah.
A wagon.
Yeah, radio flyer is based out here in Chicago.
Yeah.
But now it's that, and it's like, oh fuck. But before it was like, oh, put the lights on the tree, put the ornaments, be all Christmassy. Now it's just like, I want to fucking shoot myself.
No, move the tinsel 32 degrees southwest. Like,
Right.
No, you had to have the latitude 3.14, and you're just like, huh? Yo, what the?
I need exactly 18 mistletoes.
Here's the best part. The Christmas tree goes
Exactly.
in there. Of course, the Christmas tree's in the living room in front of the windows. The best part is, I need to go outside down 3 motherfucking floors to look up and tell my mother a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right.
Oh my god! Like,
And
she
then-
makes you go get that 3 feet of level or 3 stories of level.
Yes, and then to come right back up and her to tell me it don't look right in here. I'm just gonna put it back where it was.
That's hilarious.
One thing that we used to do a lot when we were kids, though, it was like a tradition, was we always laid out our hallways with Christmas lights,
Uh-huh.
the LED lights. And
Yeah. We do the same thing with our staircase.
And it's a nice thing, like especially at night when you just walk around, you don't have to worry about fucking the light bill being all up. But it's just like I can see.
Yeah.
It's like a perfect night light.
Right.
But we haven't done that in so long. This year was the first year we actually did that. And
Nice.
I've
It's
been,
like,
Y'all gotta keep it up.
yeah,
An exit row, airplane exit row in your apartment.
pretty much. um, another tradition we used to do was I used to make hot chocolate, and it's funny. I just recently made like some hot chocolate for my sister, my baby sister. But yeah, I used to make a hot chocolate. And I used to do whipped cream, or sometimes if we didn't have whipped cream, Cool Whip. It's interesting. I make the hot chocolate, throw the whipped cream on top with some sprinkles, and hopefully we had like a cookie, like a graham cracker or some shit, and there you go. And it was always like trying to make it presentable, and yeah. And this year was the first time I made
Sounds good.
hot chocolate for my sister, and she was just loving it. The only downside
nice.
was we didn't have whipped cream.
Aw, sad
You always
times.
gotta have the whipped cream.
Yeah, so I'm actually gonna plan on doing it. Imagine that surprise her one of these days and make her one of my famous hot chocolates. You know the little chocolate swirl like straws?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
exactly what you're talking about.
I remember I did that at my uncle's house. I slept over at my uncle's house. It was me and my cousins, so he had a bunch of us there, and I did that because he had those chocolate wafer, whatever, not wafers, those cookies. I was like, Theo, can I have a few of those real quick? He goes, yeah, sure. I did it. And he goes, that looks nice. And he's diabetic. He fucking drunk it, and he's like, I gotta go to bed.
Oh shit!
He's like, I'm gonna have to sleep this off. I'll see you guys in the
Trying to
morning.
kill him.
No, it was I told him like it's on you, bro. Yo, I need to take
That's
2 shots
hilarious.
of my insulin and I need to go to sleep because I'm about to
Yeah.
crash.
I need to get out of here.
Right. That's hilarious.
Oh man, my poor uncle. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna surprise my sister with that. What about you guys? Let's go with Mark.
Same stuff, man. Yeah, it was same stuff. We do the lights on the staircase, on the railing, the tree, the wreath, the stuffed animals, the aesthetic of just like printing setting everything up, getting everything out of the box. But it's fun, it makes it feel like the holiday season has officially begun,
Yeah.
It makes you
Yeah.
feel like you can enjoy yourself. I don't know. It's not something just about being just more warm in general.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh,
Well,
I
with,
hear you.
with LA being already warm,
Yeah, it's like actually we had a Thanksgiving in the high desert, about like 3,000 feet. It snowed. Crazy.
see, you're in
Oh,
3,000
wow.
feet. Yeah.
I'm at like 2,500, but yeah, a couple people like my grandparents they got snowed in because they got stuck in the snow. They
Yeah.
had like 3 inches.
Damn. 3 inches of snow.
I know you guys are like, well, you guys are pussies.
Right. Right. Straight pussy. Right.
I straight up danced through 3 inches of snow.
They
Right,
dude,
that
they
ain't
straight up
shit.
They straight up close freeways. Like I'm not bullshitting. Like even if I want to drive in snow, like I can do
Yeah.
it. But it's like the freeway. They like Caltrans. They're just like they get very intimidated whenever they see white stuff. They're like, oh no, Californians can't drive. We're locking it down.
Lockdown.
And it's probably because you all don't have a lot of plow trucks and stuff over there either, I'm assuming.
Well, we do, but they're in very remote areas because like LA County is pretty big. So you think of like all the people it serves and all the land it serves, like it's got to cover like a lot of mountainous regions. Like they
Oh,
can't
I
just be
forgot about
sending they can't just be sending like trucks like anywhere they want, you know?
I just want to say
Right.
one
No,
thing.
that makes sense.
The way you say LA County is kind of big is very underestimated. LA County is fucking
understatement.
huge.
It's a big
There we go.
understatement.
It's a
Yes.
big understanding. Yeah.
See, we got your back.
Thank you. I don't want to sound like an idiot. Even though everybody who's listening on here knows.
Right. I mean, we are incompetent nerds, so you know what do you
Yeah.
expect?
Yeah, we gotta
Living the dream.
live up to the name.
That's right.
What about you, D?
Well-
Traditions.
All right, traditions. To be honest with you guys, I don't really like I'm in a small studio, so I never like put up Christmas trees or shit like that, you know.
Yeah.
But what I
Mhm.
tend to do is I'll just meet up with my sister and my mom, and we'll just all get together, open gifts, and just spend time with each other. But
Aw, that's sweet.
but as far as my own apartment, I don't do shit. You know,
You don't even have a
Do you go,
star
like,
out there?
Christmas in here. No star, no nothing. Everything is anti everything in here. But
Do
I
you
need to
ever
kinda
go
do-
like? Do you ever go like see Christmas like lights or Christmas trees or like any? I mean, it doesn't have to be Christmas, but anything.
Yes. Well, last year, so this is around the time where I met my girlfriend's sister and her boyfriend or whatever. And
Mhm.
we went to Navy Pier, which is, you know, they're infamous for their centennial wheel and all of this other stuff. But they had an event there
Yeah.
called the Wonderland Fest or something like that.
Uh huh.
And it's an inside Wonderland Fest where you get to ice skate, you get to mountain climb, and a whole bunch of other shit. And it was the
Oh,
coolest
nice.
shit ever.
Is it like warmer than outside? Because like you guys actually have winter there, so it's like I feel like Winterfest they can just like open the ceiling. And it's like yeah, enjoy it.
Right.
Yeah.
But that was a good thing though because it actually was pretty warm in there. So we just
That's
took off
cool.
our coats, mountain
Yeah.
climbed and shit. It felt
Yeah,
like
that's
LA.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I've done the winter Wonderland thing that they be having going on from I think it's like all of December, which reminds me that's something I should ask my lady for us to do. But I've been there a couple times. They do have a roller rink, a bunch of Christmas trees, some attractions for kids, a little train, or a trolley, whatever you want to call it.
Mhm.
I embarrassed myself because I had to get. So, here's a story. My mother wanted to make it a tradition to do the whole going to the Winter Wonderland, also the Festival of Lights. It's on the Magnificent Mile, where they have this festival sponsored by BMO Bank and
Oh, I know what you're
Disney.
talking about.
Yeah, Disney's real huge. That's all you see is just Mickey. It starts off with Mickey and Minnie and everybody else, and then it ends with Santa.
Yeah.
We did that for 5 years. That was a new tradition we started to do. We did that for 5 years straight. After this year, I looked at my mother and I told her, I ain't coming back again. She goes, know what? I agree. Because when you're there, you got to first find a good spot. If you don't, you ain't going to see
Right.
shit. Then after that, people who come late, especially with their fucking ugly ass kids, bro, they just bum rush you. Now here you are about to fucking fall over with the fence and shit, and it does not help. You gotta throw elbows at everybody. My sister
But
freaking
isn't
elbowed
that
this
a part
kid.
of the-
Yeah, it's like not
isn't that a
fun when
part of
people
the,
get like
No.
too into it. Yeah, I know, right? That's like we talk
Right.
about Black Friday. It's like people
Yes.
get way too into it.
And
Right.
here's the killer part. This fucking dumbass lady. I feel bad for her son. She had her son out there with just a sweater on. And it was about 28 degrees and windy downtown.
Oh man.
He's complaining. He's crying. This kid is about a good maybe 10 years old, only with a sweater. And here I am, I'm bundled the hell up, and I'm freezing my ass off still. I'm like, I can feel bad about this kid. No gloves, no hat, just a sweater.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yo, I looked, and then at certain, because we usually stay to the end, but they were like, we gotta go. So we dipped. And as we're leaving, the wind kicked up even more. Now it feels like it's like -5.
Oh.
So we're freezing our asses off when we head out. My embarrassing story in the Winter Wonderland was we're waiting to get on this train. We all paid for it. And I didn't want to get on. I told my mother, no, I'm not getting on. It's too small for me. She goes, look. That big guy's able to do it. Yeah, but the guy was not as wide as me. He was just tall.
Yeah.
So we all get in the train. We're sitting there taking pictures. I have a photo of me, my siblings, and my mother, and my nephew. Took a picture. Here comes the embarrassing part. Train stops. Time for us to get off. I couldn't get off. The way it was just so difficult to get up and get off. My foot was literally touching my ass the way I was trying to like get out. I'm like this. I kept trying to adjust myself. I couldn't move my leg. I couldn't get my leg.
That's so awkward too. And then like your foot falls asleep. Oh,
bro, it was tight.
Yeah.
I'm a skinny white boy, and even that scares me.
Dude, it was just a tight fit, and I'm going nuts just trying to get the hell out. And then finally, I got out, and totally I just walked out. I just straight walked off because I was embarrassed. Because you have everybody staring at me. They're wondering why who's this fat fuck holding up the line. So I got off and I told my mom, don't you ever do this shit to me again. If I say no to shit, don't fucking get on me. Tell me, come on, it's family, let's do it. Ah. I hate the nagging. Stop with the nagging.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh. But I kind of want to take a tangent if y'all don't mind.
No, not at all.
I love when Tank, because, he knows all about history and stuff like that. And I actually just wanted to ask Tank, so where did Santa Claus come from in this whole, Christmas thing? Like, how did that start?
Are you serious?
Santa Claus in it. Yeah, because I don't know. I legit don't know.
All right, there's several different, there's two. They merged different fucking people into Santa Claus. So we all know the story of Saint Nicholas, Saint Nick. He's actually a patron saint who gave gifts to children who were in need and stuff like that. It's also a mixture of a pagan god to celebrate winter, so they threw that in there. And then
the Catholic Saint Nick was like a saint in the, I want to say like the 11th century, maybe 10th century. Yep. I'm like guessing.
And then before that is
and then the pagan saint was the one.
Well, not a pagan saint. It's just a pagan god.
Or pagan god, yeah.
Worshipped during the winter solstice. So that's why they blended that. And also, if you notice, if you go back before, I want to say the 40s or 30s, Santa Claus never wore red. That was
why?
He was green. Coca-Cola changed that.
Shit.
Oh, twist.
Coca-Cola. Those commercials that you see of Santa Claus drinking the North Pole, or those pictures of Santa Claus with the rosy red cheeks and the red nose and the white beard enjoying himself a Coke, that was expert and genius marketing on Coca-Cola's end.
Marketing before marketing even existed in the 30s.
They single-handedly changed Christmas. Christmas was always known as, it's time of celebration, it's time of gift giving and receiving, spending times with loved ones, family, friends, all this other stuff. Christmas was always known as that.
Mm-hmm.
But Coca-Cola single-handedly changed the most iconic person of Christmas, Santa Claus. And ever since then, it's never been the same. When have you seen a Santa Claus rocking green with leaves in his hair and a big old belt? No, you don't. You just see him all in red with the hat.
Red
and white, yeah. And if you look, what's Coca-Cola's colors?
Right. Red and white.
Red and white.
See, this is why I love asking Tank shit, because he knows These
D,
random ass facts.
you just wanted to learn. You just wanted to learn something. You were like, man, I didn't learn anything today. I need to Google something without actually Googling it. I'm just gonna ask the question on the
Right.
cast. They'll love me for who I am. I love that. I'll let you just.
Right, because I never would have known that Santa Claus was wearing green. Like, that shit just
Yeah.
blew my goddamn mind.
So the pagan
Yeah.
Santa Claus wore green and was worshipped for, of course, the winter solstice, the celebration of winter, and all this other stuff. And I think one of the worshiping movements, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, that was spring. My bad. That's Easter. We'll talk about that later in the future.
There we go.
Also, the fact that how the Catholics, the Roman Catholics, merged that with the birth of Jesus as well.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep.
The more you know.
The more you know. What about the entomology of like Christmas trees? You know anything about that?
Same thing, paganism.
Paganism? Okay, because I know it's like
Because if you look at
people romanticize the tree a lot. I think
Yeah.
like
They
people
do.
get into the pine tree thing, but like we used to have fresh trees, but then like we got sick of just like the labor intensiveness of like cutting it down, like
yeah,
setting it up, like like driving it like to and from whatever. Like even if you buy it like a Home Depot or whatever, it's still a hassle. Then you got leaves falling off everywhere.
yeah.
And I was always curious, like, why do people like? I don't even like the scent personally. Like, I don't even like how that tree smells.
The
It's like
pine.
sticky. It pricks you. Like, why do people even like the tree anyway?
So pine trees, if you go to like northern regions, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was the Gauls, or the Vikings, but during that time, the trees that will only survive winter were the pine trees.
Oh, right. I mean,
So they were a symbol. It was more of a symbolism.
got it.
So that's why pine
like-
trees were used for Christmas trees. Now, anything could have been used, to tell you the truth, but if you look at it, if you go back down in history and all of the holidays that American, well, just the Western European world celebrates, is basically because Roman Catholics took in these celebrations, these pagan celebrations and traditions, just to get the pagans just to worship Christ. Like, okay.
Yeah.
You could have your, what's it called? Winter solstice. You could have that holiday. Just put Christ in there. What, Easter?
Yeah, just
The celebration of a bunny and eggs and sex all the time? Well, just go ahead and put that the Christ woke up. They literally just
Right.
merged Christianity with the pagan religions.
their beliefs. Yeah, I mean, when we were in Italy, like for Easter, like people went all out. I mean, like from I want to say Thursday through Sunday, like nothing was open. Like there was no work. Like not free parking everywhere. Like nobody was doing anything. Like they shut down for holidays. It's about like reflection. So
Yeah.
I think they were just, as time went on, they were just like, well, if other people aren't going to do this, at least we'll get them to remember the meaning at least.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I also wanted to go back to the whole pine tree thing. Because, me and Tech are in Chicago, and why not our damn trees? Our trees last them in the winter too and shit.
What trees,
I have a
motherfucker?
tree-
I don't see no
because-
trees in Chicago that ever last with its leaves all winter unless it's a pine tree.
I mean, the leaves fall, but we still got the damn tree together. I
Yeah.
have a conspiracy theory about this whole Christmas tree shit.
All
All right, let's
Are
hear
y'all
it.
ready?
Yeah.
Okay, how about
Christmas
this?
trees are fucking racist. That's what it is. And they're discriminating against other trees. And I don't like that shit.
Well, I'll hit you with some facts, D.
All right.
So what Tank said, like, is true. Like pine tree, like winter trees, only like one of the only trees that survive. And the reason like trees have to survive, like those trees survive that height or that temperature is because of like where they grow in the altitude wise. So pine trees grow like at a very high altitude, so they have to withstand like weather extremes, right? Another tree that also is not known for it, but can also survive extreme temperatures is palm trees. Now, people don't think about it, right? But palm trees are capable of freezing. They can freeze through winter and survive. They just will have, dormant fruit, whatever it is, bananas or coconuts. They won't produce fruit that year if they do freeze, but they do survive. So it's more about I think it's like what tree can survive the climate you're in, and that's sort of what people center their like worship around. Because I mean, I've seen people decorate palm trees for Christmas out here in SoCal. So
I'm just gonna say one thing: when people decorate palm trees, it is by far the weirdest thing ever.
Why?
It just looks like a penis, depending on how they
Yeah, it looks like a penis. That's how it always looks.
Depending how they design it.
Oh my gosh. What is with me? You guys, like, you didn't grow up with palm trees. You got tainted minds.
No, we did not grow with palm trees. We grew with oak and other stuff, just not palm. But hey, I ain't gonna lie, when I do see palm trees, it's like, all right. I'm seeing some shit. Finally.
You guys.
But they do look like penises though when they're like lit up.
No way. I don't buy it.
I'm gonna show you a picture after this.
It's an upside down. There's no.
It's penetrating the ground.
It just depends on how
with
the
one
person
ball
decorates.
Interesting.
Because I have seen a couple of trees where mainly like Floridians have done this. And you just see some pictures where it's like, bro, really? You thought this was a good idea? And it just looks just like it's just a penis. A light up penis.
Or maybe that's some symbolism for something. Maybe a light up penis is, it means something during Christmas.
Oh, Lord.
Does it?
It means here you are.
Interesting.
Coming and going. Ah, let's go.
It's an African fertility statue.
Yeah. Oh shit! This podcast feels great right now. This feels like drunken cast.
Do people just get inappropriate at the holiday season? Is that what happens?
Oh, that's another major thing.
People do get inappropriate, right? Like I
Yeah.
feel like I'm not exaggerating.
You are.
It's like it's more people are okay with like touch because it's cold outside. People are like hugging more, like under the mistletoe, get something going. Like I don't know.
No, it's a perfect season for that. Well, in Chicago, I don't know if they say it in LA, but it's pretty much we call it cuffing season.
Cuffing season.
Yeah, we do too. So like the way it generally works is like but our cuffing season, it's different. It follows the school year. So like you have to get cuffed in like September, October. That way you have someone for like Halloween and like Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving you meet the parents. Christmas you go to their houses and get gifts. And then, Valentine's Day, you have Valentine's Day, and New Year's, you have a date for New Year's. And then March, April, that's when you're like, I don't know if this is going to work out kind of thing. You want to be single for the summer, then the weather starts turning nice. The ladies start wearing sundresses, like start wearing less and less. And you're like, nah, like I ain't trying to be cuffed for the summer. Like I'm trying to be single for the summer, So it's like, it very much follows the traditional school year. I feel like that's where they may have taken that from.
You're probably right.
But in Chicago, I feel like cuffing season, it's like 8 months. It's like October through March. You guys are like, you lock it down and you like just don't come out.
It secretly starts around like October and ends like January.
Right? Yeah. Like some people pop out with a kid. Some people get married. You just never know. It's like rolling the dice.
Exactly. Oh man, we are killing it today.
Yeah,
it's a great cast, guys. Great cast.
All right, let's get on topic. New traditions. What are new traditions you are currently doing that you're doing with your friends, family, or significant other that you've never done when you were a kid?
Yeah, I mean, this is like a both tradition, but I still like doing it. Like going to see Christmas lights, like in the suburbs, people like, there's a couple streets that go all out and like, I mean, go all out.
Yeah.
But it's fun because it's like, it's one of the few things that's like free, and it's like people. That's one of the very few times people will like, be present, and it's like you can see families just like sitting there, like looking at the lights, like taking a picture or whatever, and it's like nobody's necessarily on their phones. Like people are looking up. People are nice,
Yeah.
So I like that more so because it's like it's the aesthetic of like it's the opposite of how people normally act. Um, what else? What a new tradition? New traditions is tough.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want you guys' opinion on this though.
Yeah.
So because I work I work through like the school, so I usually have winter breaks off, right? I'm getting into more of like like planning vacations around winter dates. What are your thoughts on like vacation Christmases, vacation Thanksgivings, or like destination holidays?
No, I love that idea. It's super dope. And
Really?
plus, I feel like, yeah. Plus, I feel like it gives you an excuse to travel the world, and the people you
Yeah, for
travel
sure.
with,
Yeah.
and the people you travel with, you're gonna build a deeper relationship with them, and that's what Christmas is really all about.
Yeah,
Next to like getting gifts and shit.
of course.
And picking somewhere warm for that season.
Yeah.
Like I can understand, for example, you take summer vacations, and you're like, let me go somewhere where it's kind of chilly. You could do that, but then in
Mm-hmm.
winter, it's like I want to go somewhere warm. So you hit up a bunch of places like along the equator, or what's the other axis, which is like predominantly one the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Pisces, whatever I think it's called.
Capricorn, yeah.
There you go. Hit up like those
I love how
tropic
you
areas.
said another sign.
A totally
You
different
you knew
sign.
you said another astrological sign, but it was like
I was close.
you were close. That's funny.
Yeah. I say
What
go
what about
for
you
it, dude.
guys?
Well, for me, I talked about it earlier throughout the cast, but I really want to have a Christmas tradition with my girlfriend. So I think that every Christmas we're gonna go to Navy Pier to do the Wonderfest, and I think that's gonna be like our
Aw,
tradition.
That's the
Yeah,
that's
start.
sweet.
That is. That's
and
the
I just thought
start.
Yeah.
about it just now.
Traditions start from one day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Um, you could do that. Maybe Festival of Lights. Probably check that out. I don't know.
Oh, I know a new tradition I started doing too. Sorry to interrupt, T.
No, you're good.
Um, I started sending a Christmas postcard.
Oh,
Like,
that's dope.
typical white people shit, but like
Yeah.
people always do it, but it's like now it's like you like getting something in the mail, and it's like, oh, this person like actually put a stamp on something, went to the mailbox, like dropped in the mailbox, and like came all the way to me. Like I sent you one, but I sent mine in February because I sent it a little late, but hopefully this time I can get it before the new year.
No. Well, thank you. How sweet of you.
Did you get it?
I haven't received anything yet.
What? No, I sent it in like February.
What did you send me in February?
Oh
Again?
shit.
The one from my Christmas card from last year, technically.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure you didn't get like lost somewhere. Someone in like Ohio just like got me on their fridge. Like,
Yeah, this is my Mark sent me this. Such a nice
this
guy.
guy-
Who's Mark? I don't fucking know.
but look at how cute their photo is. Like, you can't get rid of it, right?
Oh shit. But to be honest though, I never received like one of those holiday cards, in the mail. So that would be pretty cool to like get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like postcards. It's like it's one stop shop. Like you don't have to open nothing. You can write on one side, send it. Take the picture on the back. It's pretty easy.
So I'm gonna call it a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm not
That's pretty
mistaken, I
cool.
think I have that card somewhere. I think I put everything when they did my apartment. I think I put a lot of shit away.
He threw it away.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what really
okay.
happened.
That's
I ain't
okay.
that
We know.
fucking harsh.
He threw it away.
Oh man.
Tank's a piece of shit.
That I am. That's a new tradition. That's a new tradition for me, becoming more of an asshole as the day goes on. But no, new traditions. It's kind of difficult because something that was recent was like we new tradition was doing that Mag Mile, that Festival of Lights. But another tradition.
at at Navy Pier, or
No,
was it? Is it?
down
Where is it?
Magnificent Mile, down Michigan Avenue. So remember we went to the water tower when I showed you the water
Yeah, yeah,
tower.
yeah.
It's just down there. You keep going all the way down
Oh,
to see
nice.
the Apple Store. Remember when we took that boat ride? That's where we ends.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Where's the so like what is but what does Chicago do? Do they put lights on the trees, or like
Oh yeah.
do, do they put like more lights on the Apollo, or like I don't know, how do people get in the
um,
mood?
Here, fuck. If you really want to see how people get in the mood, look at the Macy's or Marshall Field's building.
Oh, got
Oh
it.
yeah,
That
It's like
is,
that mall.
dude. That attracts everybody. Like
it
that
does.
building, it doesn't. Every tourist that comes through stops over there just to see their holiday. There's just a Christmas get up,
Mhm.
and each window is themed with like different types of holiday like
Decor.
traditions, decor, all this stuff, and it's amazing. Like a lot of it has to deal with toys too. So as you're walking
Yeah.
across, the people who do this gotta have fun. I'm telling you, the people that
Yeah.
they are getting paid, they know they're getting paid to be kids because they're setting this up. A lot of it is like some of it's like animatronics or having toys right around on bikes. Like, oh, this one's in the North Pole. Oh, we got this one, opening up Christmas, opening up gifts next to a fireplace. All this is. Then they have huge fucking trumpets and stuff all around the building. And that one, once you see that building kicks off, oh shit.
That's when you know things are going down.
That's where you know. Once you start seeing them pulling all the Christmas decor and everything, that's when you're like, oh shit, here we go. Next,
Hmm.
a lot of places put lights up on trees that are either in front or side of their building. Some of them put them on the. A lot of it's on the building. Sometimes they'll have music playing as you're walking. So there used to be these old, what you call it? D, help me out here. The stairways going down to the CTA down State Street, which was the
Oh
red line.
yeah,
A lot of them were blocked off, and
Hmm.
they were removing them, and they're covering up with like dirt and stuff, putting some plant life, and in there they have speakers, and they have like these trumpets coming out, and they'll play music and shit. So as you're walking, going
That's
nuts,
dope.
yeah, until you done heard the same song fucking 50 times already. I'm from
Yeah.
one block
They
and
didn't
another.
mix it up.
Oh my god.
Yeah. They
That
do that at like the malls here too, because like most of the malls in California are outdoors.
yeah.
So they'll put like rocks with like speakers in them in the tree beds or the flower beds, and then it's like you're walking through the mall and like they got the lights, they got the music going, and you're like, all right.
right.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of places getting the holiday moods over here, especially that, the Millennium Park. They have a huge ass tree, and that gets lit up on the. Is usually the week before Thanksgiving. That
Nice.
that Friday before Thanksgiving.
That all kicks off.
That's where it kicks off. There's also a Kris Kringle Market. That's in downtown as well.
Yeah, that's super cool. I love it.
It's cool. It's the people who started is all German based. Germans love their freaking holidays. Um,
It's so true.
One thing that ticks me off about that place because I work near the area and I walk past. They have a station that sells this cheese, and if people remember on the cast, I'm not a cheese person. This
Uh oh.
cheese smells like straight. It's just bad. Like
So you
something.
ate it.
No, I don't eat
Oh,
cheese.
okay.
This thing, bro, it smells like somebody done rubbed their feet in feces, puked on it, and then decided to top it off with Parmesan cheese.
Hey man,
I get it
Parmesan
because
aged
cheese is mostly
correctly.
mold too, right?
Yeah.
Oh
It's
my
mold
god!
pretty much.
But the thing is,
Yeah.
what I hear about it is it smells nasty. But from people were saying like it tastes extremely good. Like when people said they tasted that it's creamy, it's rich, it's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the smell. For me, oh my god, burn that place down. Just burn that shack with the cheese down. I don't care. Just that one got to go.
Damn.
Yeah, you gotta expand your palate, man. Cheese is good.
Right. You
Cheese
got to
is
give it a shot.
delicious.
Cheese is not
I
for me.
was I tried to be I tried to attempt veganism for the month of November, and I did okay at like not eating meat, but like giving up cheese and milk and dairy, I was like, I don't know if I can do this, but I think I'm gonna
You
stick.
actually, you actually made me think of something. What if we
Yeah.
do like a podcast tradition, something that we do like a month, you know, and then we
Ooh,
get to like talk about that shit.
what do you have in mind, D? What do you have in mind?
I don't know because I just thought about this right now.
I know you're an idea guy. You thrive off enthusiasm.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Just to feel the enthusiasm. You know what? We should.
I
Fuck,
I
don't
thought
know.
of one. I thought of one.
All right, what's up? What you got?
Okay. So you know how they do Secret Santa, right?
Yeah.
There's only 3 of us, but as long as we don't tell each other, we can do Secret Santa right now.
I'm with
So
that.
so do you guys have a coin? Do you guys both have a coin?
I could get one.
Okay.
So what?
Tank
We
get-
all
get
get
a
one
coin.
person a gift.
I'm looking
All
for
right, I got a coin.
coins.
I'm ready.
I know I had a big ass coin somewhere around here. Where did I put it? Give me
No,
one sec.
regular coins are worth
Headphones
something,
gotta
you
get
know?
off.
All right. He got to find his special gambling coin and shit.
I know. You got your coin, D?
Yeah.
Okay. Flip. So I'll take heads. Tank will be tails. I'll flip it. Or no, I'm sorry. I'll flip it. Yeah, send it to me in LA. You flip it. Heads is me. Tails is Tank. And then Tank will flip it for either me or you.
And you say you're heads or tails?
I'm heads.
Okay.
Obviously,
I'll
don't tell
flip
me.
it. Right. I'm not going to tell you, but I already flipped the coin, so I know who I got.
Okay, you know who you got.
Yep.
Okay.
Somebody's going to get a Tesla. I just want to point that out.
Somebody's gonna get the Cybertruck, bro.
Yeah.
The little one.
Somebody's getting the Cybertruck right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be the toy truck. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip. I'll have heads as D, and tails as Mark.
Okay.
All right, already know who I got.
Somebody's
Okay.
going to get 2 gifts. I'm calling it now.
I know, right? Somebody is gonna get 2 gifts.
But that's part of the experiment.
All right.
Okay, so then I have a coin. Tank, do you want heads or tails?
Tails.
Okay. I got mine. So we all know who we're giving to, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
And I'm
All
gonna
right,
laugh
Secret
if it works
Santa.
out well.
Secret Santa, we just send the gift. No, you write that it was who it was from, or try to make it get there on Christmas, and we'll see what happens.
All
All right,
right.
cool. I love this. I already got the gift idea. I already got the gift ready. Joke's on y'all. I already had this shit figured out.
He already got some shit in the back. He was just waiting for this to
Yeah.
come up.
Yeah, it was like I hope Mark thinks of this idea.
I hope Mark really likes this idea because I already got him a gift. I don't want to seem like a kiss ass and be like, "Hey man, Merry Christmas."
That's funny.
Exactly.
All
If you
right.
stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
All right, so I feel like
I like that's a great place to end. I think we should.
I was just about
keep on
to
the
do
short
that.
side. Yeah.
I was just about to go. I feel like it's a great place to end. We ended on a new tradition for the podcast.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes,
Yeah, this is
guys.
dope. Yeah. All right, so I'll be expecting my 2 gifts. You know.
All right,
Let's go.
Mr. Resilience over here. Okay.
I know,
But
right?
what if I get 3 gifts? So like, motherfucker, you can't vote for yourself.
What kind of coin were you flipping?
He was flipping a three-sided. He was flipping a three-sided die.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
All right. I feel this is a good spot to end. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into this episode of Incompetent Nerds. Hopefully, you guys are having a great and a very happy holiday. Want to say happy holidays from myself and the Incompetent Nerds crew here at Incompetent Nerds. Even though it's a weird way to end it.
Catch you
weird way
guys
to say
next
it.
week. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, this
You
is
gotta,
great.
you gotta have confidence, man. Say it with
right.
authority.
Say it with your chest.
That's right.
Out. Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen.
Peace.
All right. Peace.